It's Week 10 of the National Football League. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He comes in fourth in the league in passing this year. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about their week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go here at Arrowhead. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, two-time regular season MVP, three-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC. Greg?
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Here's 3rd and 7. Mahomes. Now they'll set up the screen for Hunt. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Hunt. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's a run with Hunt. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now, a carry for Hunt. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense backed up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Chiefs. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Tremont Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the first round, number 12 overall. Been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. They need 8 as they come up for third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. 13 yards on the catch there. First down, Broncos. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Eckler. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The break, the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's going to tuck it and go.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start. Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That is hard. He gets the hook up with Rice. And he's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's good for the Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll stay on the ground. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. John Franklin Myers there on the stop. On the carry is P-Ron. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line. And that is enough for a first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
And that is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now Mahomes. That's taken in. And he's trying to get to the marker. It's going to depend on the spot. But the first indication that he does not get there. In fact, he did not. It is a stop and a turnover on downs. Here's a screen from McLaughlin. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, it's Nix. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. So, back up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Dulcich now brought in motion. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's a run with Eckler. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 4th down, the Broncos send out Riley Dixon to punt. Back deep for KC, Xavier Worthy. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. A ball deep for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Patrick to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. gain a yard. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
The Broncos offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet inbounds. 2nd down and 8. Here's Nix to throw. Oh, we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. 4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick 6? And, a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets. Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
Got it into the hands of Mims. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Denver first down. Throwing is Nix. He connects with Mims. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They run it once more with Eckler. Fighting off tacklers, pushing his way forward. Good gain of about 4. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On 4th down, they snap it to Mahomes. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. Now a give up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll run on 2nd down. And some good running there. That's a 1st down up to the 43. To throw is Mahomes. Looking middle. He's got Kelsey.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Play action here. Mahomes. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and goal. And waiting, no signal. He did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. They'll try to run. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, KC. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense make their way out to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll throw. It's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw is Nix. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Travis Kelce, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down. On the ground, this is Hunt. He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Nix now on 1st and 10. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. That's to the right side and incomplete. He was looking for Austin Eckler out of the backfield. And 3rd down coming up. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. This one caught at the 4.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Nix. And he's in. Gerald Everett. Touchdown, Denver. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll drop to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Travis Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. They'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. On 2nd down, it's Nix. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. He finds Mims. It's complete. That catch number 40 on the season for him. Here's 1st and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And will stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage.
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay that he'll stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chiefs 28, Broncos 17.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Yellow. 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Open man, right side, is Kelce. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
Nice job there by Kelce moving the chains. And to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level, you can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position.
Travis Kelce, the intended target. It's second down. Off the play fake. Mahomes. He'll take a shot downfield for Kelce. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory here on the game's final play.